Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, this is John and thanks for joining. Today I'm going to provide a demonstration of FitClerk Software in a live mode, so this will give you a better user experience. This is unlike some of the previous videos where I've used a script and also a slide deck to provide instructions on how to use the different modules inside the application. So I'm just going to go through a quick overview of the layout of FitClerk Software. These bar charts represent different running events I've completed for each day, and this is a per month. So once you hit a new month, this will zero out. The next one is a cumulative overview of how many miles you completed per month on a before and after. So you can see 2016, 2017, going forward it'd be 2017 versus 2018, etc. Over here are my assets, and these are running shoes that I've created inside of FitClerk, the run mode. You also have a question mark over here. This gives you a definition of all the different icons. And the intent here basically is you're going to go through and create a start data set and a finish data set. So what you're doing is you're recording what you started with as far as the temperature, and you'll come in here and click on base layer, second layer, third layer, accessories, and assets. You hit save, and then you come back and do the same thing to finish the data set. Once it's logged, then it'll be stored down in your run history search fields down through here. Okay, so that's called basically the manual mode. The second one is a history mode. You start the data set again, collect the weather parameters, and once you build history, now you can type in values here. The information is sorted automatically, and you can click on a box here and it will populate these particular fields up here. So it speeds up the process quite a bit. And you have the red X here where you can delete these if you don't like those selections, or you can hit the reset filter here as well and clear out this particular data set. The other one, which I really like, is called the FitClerk Apparel recommendation. This one's based on history, but the nice thing, it has logic built into the feature. So once I click and record the data set, FitClerk automatically goes through my history, and I have different sets of data here I've collected over the last couple of years. It'll populate the top 3 matches automatically. It'll pull them up, and I have the same option to go through and select which one I want. Okay, so again, it speeds up the selection process up here. Again, you can select your assets, hit save, and go complete your run. So let's go ahead, let's populate, let's see what we can get for some data at this point. All right, let's select this particular zip code. I'm going to hit start, and let's see if we can maybe get the FitClerk Apparel recommendation to work. Okay, I've pulled in this looks like I have 2 data sets. I have start, finish. And now what I want to do is look at the data itself. So you can see here, I'm going to come down here because this looks like I had more clothing I wore on my start data set. So if I scroll across, I might as well slow down and let you see this. Here's the socks, which are my base layer with some other things. I have my shorts, I have a shirt, this one is a sleeveless vest, and then I have different arm sleeves, a running cap, and some gloves. So at the start, I wore this much, but when I finished, looks like I removed some items. So what FitClerk, the goal is to help you optimize the clothing you want to wear for your particular run. And a lot of people don't take into consideration body heat, or they'll usually overdress when they start, and then during the run, they'll start peeling off clothes to get rid of the heat. So ideally, what I want to do is I want to select typically a finished data set if I have that option, because that's where your clothing is matched to those weather conditions. So I'll go ahead and click this. You can see it's already populated my start data set. And what I want to do over here now is if I want to select a different asset, I can do so. And then I have my choice here. I can hit edit or I can hit save. If I hit edit, this will change. I have the ability to change in these sets of information. But I'm going to go ahead and hit accept at this point. All right, so now I'm ready to go and begin my run. I just leave it in a standby mode. I would go out and do my exercise, and let's assume I finish relatively in, say, 45 minutes. So what I need to do now, if I come in here and just hit accept, it's going to give me a warning that I need to go ahead and hit the start or finish flag to get this to finish the data set recording process. So there's some pop-ups here that'll help you get through this particular setup. Alright, so now I'm going to close out my data set. And again, I have the option if I want to delete some of these particular items. Say I didn't want to I didn't wear my gloves, I can do that. So I'll go ahead and hit save. And now I can log in my time. Let's say I ran for 10 miles. I'll make it more realistic. I'm not that fast anymore. And I want to go ahead and select a terrain type. Put in some comments. And I'll say rainy conditions, just for, you can type anything you want in here at this point. Hit submit. Alright, so now my data down here is recorded in my history. And also I can show you my duration on these shoes. They jumped up 5 miles from when it was 86 and now it's at 91. So that's the FitClerk Apparel recommendation feature that's built into it. Now I'll show you a couple other methods. I'll go ahead and collect some data from this zip code and see if we get a different approach here. Okay, I went ahead and clicked start, pulled in some data sets here. So I don't have a previous run history with this particular weather condition. So I need to go through here and either manually go through the exercise, which I'll do so now. So what I will do is click my first pop-up icon, which is a human icon, and this is for my base layer tight-fitting or compression style clothes. And then I'm in the run mode, but the thing about the apparel selection, these pop-up windows are universal for all the sports available in FitClerk. Now, a lot of these are not relevant, so what you can do is come into the hidden categories function and you can start hiding different items that are not relevant. So you just click these and hide them. And you come in here and you can say, I want to go ahead and populate the base layer. I have socks. The second layer, same process. I'm not biking today, so I'm going to hide these bike categories. And let me go back into that. I'm going to show you, I have, you'll say, why do I have two shirt options here? This is for loose-fitting shirts, or normally what I would wear for activities like this. Maybe you want to run with a long sleeve shirt, and then or use a short sleeve shirt over the long sleeve. So you have the ability to do so. And here's your shorts. So I'm going to come in, and most of your apparel is going to be polyester. And I just saw something else I want to point out as well, but I'm going to jump to third layer, which is different types of accessories, gloves, whatnot. I'm just going to click on a bunch of these, hit save. The third layer gets a little more of the exterior clothing. So also there's scroll bars, and there's also the weather conditions down here. So you get a better idea, remember what you're trying to find clothes for, a little bit easier. Hit accept, and you pull in an asset. So we'll go ahead and click on this guy, hit accept, save. Now ideally this should take you about, when everything's populated, between 7 to 10 minutes. The nice thing is now you shouldn't have to go through waste as much time going through the finish mode. Basically you want to hit finish, pulls in your weather parameters, and then if you want to deselect any of these you can do so. So again, maybe you're overheating, you don't wear all these particular items, just go ahead and uncheck them and hit save. Go through the same procedure, log your time, the distance, any kind of information you wish. Hit submit. So that's the manual mode. And up here now you'll see my values jumped additional 5 miles. Okay, so let's do the history search. I'll do another start here. And because I already found some, I recorded one very similar, it's going to pull in some old data here from my last entry. but I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate using the run history search. So let's assume that my values here, I ran in 60-degree weather with 60% humidity. And you can see down here it automatically starts sorting based on those values I've already inserted. So again, I want to look at the weather conditions and see maybe which one is appropriate. So let's go ahead and click a finished data set here. Populates this for me automatically, and you go through the rest of the checkout box for an asset. Hit accept, save. Here you want to leave the application in a standby mode. Go complete your run, come back and hit finish to close out this data set. And just type in a comment, hit submit. You get the pop-up, it's finished, and now it's logged. So here I have my 2 data sets that I've completed. I can scroll up here now and see that my values have increased. And basically that's it. That's how you use FitClerk software. If you have questions, send me an email at admin@fitclerk.com. My name's John. Thanks for watching, and remember, movement is the best form of meditation.